the harbour wall, the place you love the most. I can see you there alone, but are you? No, I'll be there soon. But if you could see me now, and if you could see me now, I hope that I'm making you proud. I hope that I'm making you proud. Proud.
What's happening, folks, and welcome to another episode of Rebuilding Sunderland. If you're excited for this episode, hit the like button down below and subscribe for daily FM content on the channel. And down below is also my Let's Play channel as well, with various different games on there from time ongoing. So today we're on the page of Ryan Fredericks. It's the player that I was talking about last episode. I think it's I was talking about last episode, where I was trying to get him on loan. Problem was we couldn't agree. We couldn't pay the loan fee. Then something interesting happened. So after it broke down, he was released on a free transfer by mutual termination. So I straight away offered the contract. Now the first contract he turned down. So he accepted, but there's a fees with the agent and signing on fee we couldn't afford. So I thought we lost this player. Offered it again, and he was willing to go into talks again. And I offered basically no signing on fee, no agent fee, and he said yes to it. So we got Ryan Fredericks in on a free transfer. Which on 17k week, which is a lot less than I thought it would be on. I think we had to up the wage a little bit because obviously there's no signing on fee and that kind of thing. But we got him. Unfortunately, because that broke down, I also got Luke Ayling in on loan before that. Now I wasn't planning to bring two fullbacks in, but when Fredericks couldn't happen, and at that time I made this deal for Ayling, there was no news about Fredericks really being released on a free transfer. I had to go for it. So I needed a right back in who, to give competition rotation. So now I've got three right backs now that I don't necessarily want to keep, two of them. But it is what it is. I've got two right backs now that I prefer over Hume, which is great. So where is he on here? So Ty Hume, he's probably going to be moved on at some point. I tried to sell him in the window near the end. I don't rate him. I think he's really poor in the mentals. And I'm going to try and move him on to get some money for him and put £1 million, but we shall see. So, games off camera. Let's take a look. Lost 2-0 to Wolves, a game which we deserved to lose. The stats don't really show how dominant they were, but they really were dominant. We just couldn't get the ball from this 8 at the back they played, whatever it was just, we just couldn't cope with it. So 1-0 there, good goal from Cunha. Then this goal here, let's get left hand side, right hand side, sorry, runs man, so no one tracks him, falls to the long stuff and finds him back of the net. It's a bit of a lucky deflection. But the game, we were not at the races in that at all. They're the better side. And it shows 50% possession. It wasn't. It felt like 90% possession for them. It balanced with 1 goal to nil. But this game I've got a bump with FM. How is it I've got 11 players in national duty and I didn't get a single option to postpone? Now, it did come up, but I'm sure I clicked postpone. But I had 11 players out for international duty, and we still won the game by 1 goal to nil. I even had to play Jordan Crane up front, our young striker, who, alright, he looks okay, but you don't want to start him league games, do you? But 1-0 victory, it was a really good result that, based on the fact we had 11 players not available due to the stupid national football that really tried to screw us up in that match. Beat Stoke by 2 goals, so a really good result in this match. Good ball to Roberts here. Keeper tries to come out, doesn't get near it, and then easy finish and make it 1-0. And we were a better team. We were dominant in this whole game. It took us right to the end. I made changes at the end of the game right here from just throwing to try and waste a bit of time. And it ended up getting the second goal for Shorty into Ennis for his first goal for the club, 2-0. Deserved victory, dominant performance. It doesn't look dominant on there, but the XG is really high, obviously. We're a better team. They didn't offer anything Stoke in the whole game, really. It shows their shots on goal on target, but there's nothing really from them. Every single major highlight was us. A great result there. A clean sheet, 2 clean sheets in a row. Brilliant. But we lost to Watford 1-0. And again, I've put stock crosses on, but they don't do it. They stand near and don't actually do it. Then Brooks in the penalty, brings back in the net. I've got a bone to pick with this game, though. I'm getting a lot of offsides that I don't think are offsides. There's one in this game where, is it Pritchard, I think it was? Yeah, he's in the centre of the goal. He's not offside. Ball gets played to the winger. He's nowhere near involved in the play. Ball's then played into the penalty area, backwards towards him, and they give offside for it. And I've had issue with this on my PhD save before where the offsides weren't given. So I do think there's a little glitch in this match engine that means offsides sometimes don't get given correctly. But I think a draw is a fair result in this game, but unfortunately the stop crosses thing doesn't work. It is not on that occasion. But anyway, we can't win them all. So we're currently sat 10th in the table at the moment, and we're still relatively close to relegation trouble. We need to try and stay clear of that this season. But it's going okay. But I still feel this team's got... He's capable of going on a bad run of form. So today's matches are going to be against Bolton in the Cup. Again, now Bolton are in League One, but they're unbeaten all season apart from one game. I'll show you the fixtures they've got here. They're unbeaten apart from losing to Blackpool and penalties in the Cup round. So I don't fancy our chances to win this game as easy as it would do for somebody else. But then we've got Sheffield Wednesday in the league, which are basically bottom of the table. So we know what's going to happen there, don't we? We're going to lose. Just the way it goes with me. Form doesn't even matter to other teams other than my team. It's like, if my team's out of form, they don't win. If my team's out of form, no, that's fine. We'll play well against you. It's really, really weird. So I'm rotating the squad a little bit today. Can't play the first team all the time. Obviously, Robert's not playing. Ranford just can't play because he's cup tied. Ross Stewart been rested. Longwood's been rotated. Mayte been connected. So I can't play everybody every week. I've got to try and rotate. Problem is, I don't really trust my squad players fully at the moment. I like how we've got the University of Bolton Stadium here. We've got the Champions League background there for the skin like that. I like that. So it's a nice little kind of nice little graphical kind of, I mean, it glitches it really. But anyway, yeah, just got to. If we play with it against Stoke and play with it against Watford for the most part, I think we can win this game. But if we play like we did against Wolves, we just don't even turn up, then we're going to struggle. But they are in League One, but they're top of League One. They're leaders, so it's going to be a tricky game. I literally could have walked away from the PC and not had to do anything in that half. Literally nothing's happened. This is why I'm worried about going on key highlights. This is like extended highlights and nothing happened. Literally, the only thing that happened was a long shot, and that's not even worth putting in. I still think it will. Depends what happens. So yeah, key highlights would be really good for editing, but if they can't find if that's all they're going to show, then that could be really awkward. Anyway, carefully on yellow card, mate. Yeah, we're not playing well at the minute, but neither are they, to be honest with you, to the chance creation. Free kick. Far post cross. Cleared. Reaction. I just don't get why we don't have a better work rate off the ball there. Long ball down the line. Win that ball. Again, that's poor. Go on, work harder. Work harder. Long ball. Win the header. Bring it down, lads. Come on. That's poor. That's too easy. That's a goal. Wow. Just again, it's work rate off the ball. We just panic at times, and it's not needed. So we're going to change things. We're not keeping the ball anywhere near enough today. So we're just going to just go for short passes and try and keep possession a bit more, because we're just getting dominated in possession. Forget for Sadler again. Why's caught it? Patterson's caught it. It's a bit of 50-50 shot if he does sometimes. Corner kick. Can we get a goal from a set piece? Be nice. Pritchard is going to take it. Needs to be a good ball in the box. In a good area. Cleared. Reaction to this. Big cut. In the penalty he goes. Can he lay it across somebody? Oh my god, I can't believe it. He's got to find the bottom corner there. He's got no one near him. He's got time to pick the bottom corner out. That touch there should be on that. Go to him. Ball in the box. Goes across down and goal. Like I said, stop the cross. Offside. I'm going to say, we've had so many offside goals against at the minute. Let's look at this one. Well, Conzai is offside, but stop the crosses doesn't work. I don't know what it is about it, but I can't get my players to stop the cross. Long ball. Shote, win that header. Bring it down at least. Give us a chance. We're doing a lot of that today. Heading the ball, but not actually winning. And that's the goal. He's not offside this time. Oh, I skied it. But again, really poor defensive positioning. Well, we've got another penalty shootout, folks. I think that's like our third penalty shot in this series we've had or something, I think. But yeah, I just feel like it's just this team is just not consistent on any level. Like, you saw the Stoke, well, you didn't see the Stoke City game, but if you watched the Stoke City game, you've been very impressed how we played. But then after that, you know, we just don't turn up. So let's see if we can get through a penalty shootout. We're going to change the settings here to go to behind the goal. I think it's better to see behind the goal, and we'll up the speed to that's a bit too fast for my liking. Let's go through that one there. I think that's the highest one. So, well, not high, the highest one I want to go to. Good save, Patterson. Well done. Now, Kalu. What are you going to do, mate? What are you going to do with this? Ooh, keeper should have maybe done better with that. Boverson. Ooh, guessed the right way, but didn't save it. Yeah, I do want to say 2 penalties, don't you see? Especially on your pitch stepping up. Yeah, I had a feeling what he was going to miss. So Williams for Bolton, now level on penalties now. He's guessing the right way every time, but he needs a bit of luck here. Shoretire has been okay last few games. Good penalty as well, right into the bottom corner. Come on, Patterson, you've been guessing right every time. You're down for a bit of luck here. He's guessing right every time. The game's got to give him a chance here. Because he's guessing right every time. Mikut stepping up now. Typical, isn't it? They guess right, they save it. I think it's really harsh. He's guessed right every time. The game's not let him save one. Come on, Patterson. Yeah, I think that's really unfair. The odds of him missing every one of those are just ridiculous. Unlucky boys. Okay, they don't like that. Anyway, yeah, lucky, down to luck, essentially. An inch further to the left of his hand, he saves those penalties. He gets right. I think he gets right on every penalty, I think, apart from maybe one of them. But anyway, one less competition to worry about. We can now get to the league, but Wednesday, they've won the game. They've won again recently. Oh, well, that's going to be a problem. They're now going to inform now. We've lost 2 games in a row. Anyway, let's see how we go again against Sheffield Wednesday. Right, folks, we are match number 2 against Sheffield Wednesday, and they have apparently got so many negatives, it's untrue. However, we don't have... I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters what former team's in against me, because I think they'll just play well. I don't think it matters. They could be winning. They lost 8 games in a row, and it seems like this Sunderland team, we can just make it that hard for ourselves. Look at that form. Yeah, but they have won a game more recently than us, so that means they're in form, and that's what will happen. Yeah, I just don't know. Why are we both wearing blue? That's way too... That's stupid. It feels like this that make you want to not want to play this game. You feel like this. Like, why are they both wearing blue? They would never do that. The basics. It's ridiculous. This is just what happened. It's going to be very hard for me, a glancing view, to see the players now. Like, then I thought I was our player there. Blue versus blue. It would not happen. It just wouldn't happen. I don't know why this is the thing, but never mind. Let's see what happens today. Corner kick, Pritchard. Pablo's cross towards Stewart. It's in. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Sunderland 1. Do not give it offside, you stupid linesman. There's a lot of offsides recently in the games off camera. Even though we won the game. Good ball from Pritchard. There's our Stewart at the far post. Just wants it more. On the rare occasion, we actually want it more than them. 1-0 against Sheffield Wednesday. Well done, Stewart. What a player he's been for us in this series, hasn't he? Ealing. Pritchard. Mikut. Alvaro Fernandez. He's got space to run into it, mate. Go into it. They're not stopping you. The box. Ooh, for a second. Again, reaction to this, and that's what we don't do well. Is well done, Brad. Careful. Just get it out of this area before you lose it. Mikut. Clark over the top. Pritchard. Through to Ross Stewart if you can. He's got to score. Has to score. He's gone the wrong place. He's gone where the keeper was, not where he's going to. Second goal needed in this game. It's too comfortable for my liking. Again, those touches there, just don't need them for my heart rate. Get rid of it. Ailing. Poor ball. Pressure on them. Too easy. Well done, Pritchard. Play it to Ross Stewart if you can. Play it to Ross Stewart. Oh, okay, bang it in for 2. Fair enough. Sheffield Wednesday, Sunderland 2. Is that good pressing or is that poor defensive work from Sheffield Wednesday? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, yeah, it's poor from him, I think. I just didn't believe he had this in him. I thought the defense was going to cover the shot, but it's 2-0 against Sheffield Wednesday, and yeah, this is okay. Second goal was needed in this game. Can we get a third goal right before half-time? That'd be really nice if we could do this. Cleared. Reaction. Pritchard. Have a go. What happened there? Did the keeper fumble that? I didn't quite see who got the ball after the Pritchard shot. But half-time, we're 2-0 up. Ross Stewart and Pritchard, again, you see, it's not just Ross Stewart getting all the goals now, which is helping us a bit. Obviously, we'll get the most of them. Yeah, don't let the performance drop. 2-0 up. Just get the third goal, if you can. Or have a really boring 25 minutes where nothing happens. And then we get 3 points and I can be happy for a change. After the last 2 games been frustrating. Alvaro Fernandez. Mick-cut. Alvaro Fernandez. In the box it goes. Cleared. Ross Stewart's in there. Cleared again. Falls to Mick-cuts. Now Clark. Here's a shot. Good save. Really good save from the Sheffield Wednesday goalkeeper. I think he found the corner there, Clark, I think. Unfortunately, the goalkeeper. Bishop with a corner kick now. 5 post cross. Ross Stewart's in there. Cleared. Get your ball. Make it yours, Mick-cut. Okay, he's put him onto an area there. He's offside, surely. No flag. I was convinced that Pritchard was offside in that situation there. That looked offside all day long. Another corner kick. I'd like a third goal to be seal this win, you know. Ball comes in. Cleared. We're dominant in this game. Get the third goal and it's over the bar. We're dominant. We've dominant. Just got to finish it off. Ballard. Mick-cut. Ballard. Clark. Good ball. Alvaro Fernandez. Down the left. Can he find a cross? He can. Ross Stewart's in there! Off the bar! How is it only 2-0? I have no clue. Well, I do know we haven't scored. But Mick-cut. Got time. Pick out a pass. Not there. Ayling's going to hit this, isn't he? Oh, good tackle. Yeah, just wrong decision making there. But dominant in this game is an understatement of the century. Get the third goal and we've won this. Alvaro Fernandez. Surely the third goal's coming soon. Has to be, surely, right? Ross Stewart's in there. We just can't find that third goal. Which is nice to say. Mick-cut. Alvaro Fernandez. Keep running, mate. Mick-cut, find a cross. What a ball that is. Well, Stewart's in there. How is it only 3? Sorry, how is it only 2? Which was 3. Sorry, guys. I get to get a drink of water. Drink of juice because my throat's going. But I just like how we're playing here. Just want a third goal so I can relax. Pritchard. It's going to be... I hope it's not one of those games where we get a late goal and then we start panicking. Because we've been dominant in this whole match. We just cannot find the third goal. And that would be game over if we find it. Keeper. I wish my keeper could do that. Free kick for Wednesday. Dinked in. Head towards goal. Again, just get the third goal, guys, and then you can relax. Well, not relax, but look at the stats. 90 shots on goal, 11 on target, 1.88. Oh, go on, Pritchard. Hate these highlights. Oh, of course, they're going for me. I'm thinking of bringing off Ross Stewart and bringing Ennis on, just to give fresh legs up front. I also show a team might come on as well. I just don't trust this team yet. I want the third goal. Mick-cut. Good ball. Kalu. Oh, it's just long ball and win that header. Yeah, we are really playing well today. I just don't want to be in a situation where we get to the end of the game and they get one back and it's a real nervous end to the match. That's what I'm worried about. Ayling. Look at space you got, mate. Go for it, mate. Good ball needed here. Clark. You never scoring that. Right, make changes. Let's get Pritchard. Pause game. Thank you. Let's get Shorteri on. Ennis can come on as well. Alvaro Fernandez can come off for Kirkin. And we'll get Mick-cut off for Norwood. Just to give fresh legs into the team. If they push forward a bit more, Ennis with his pace. He's got pace, hasn't he? Yeah, he's got pace. That ball in behind could be really, really, really handy. Well, we've won this game. I don't know how it's only 2, but it is. But it's a dominant performance. Just don't get sent off now. Ballard. I think we deserve a third goal. We've been so good, and it's really good performance though. It's in there. It's kind of performance from this team. It's just getting out of them consistently against teams that are around us. Corner kick now. I think you can afford to put us in the box, guy. I don't think you have to waste time really from this. But okay, I'd like a clean sheet as well. Be nice. And someone get across this guy, please. It's Bakinson. And Windash is not getting that. Let it go out of play. Okay, Kirky's just panicked. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's been a perfect performance, really. We've been absolutely dominant in this whole match. The fact it's 2-0 flat as Sheffield Wednesday, honestly. And that kind of sums their performance up, really. And that's going to be full time, I think. It is. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Sunderland 2, deserved. I mean, the stats show it. 22 shot, Leon Taggart. How we only scored 2 goals is beyond me. But the main thing is we got the win, a clean sheet, and against Bolton another day that penalty shootout goes different way, doesn't it? And we actually win that game. But look at that, mid-table, it's where we should be. We're not going to be up here. We're not good enough. But I hope we're not going to be down here this season. But it's a good start to the season, and I'm very pleased with how things are going. So let's continue and see where we're at with fixtures and what we're going to do next episode. I wish there's actually a way of putting. You can't, can you? This is annoying. So I usually do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Crystal Palace. Oh God, that'll be a defeat. Crystal Palace and Hull City. Where are Hull City in the league? Hull City near the bottom. Crystal Palace are around us. So it's gonna be tricky. I think I don't think we're gonna be going on a winning streak anytime soon. But we've won 1, 2, 3, 4 league games, drawn 1, lost 1 narrowly, and we should have got a draw against Watford. So we're doing okay. So we'll come out for Palace and Hull City unless something's changed. This may be a daily series, guys. It depends how much I can get recorded. And going from there, because I think whilst I want to do another season with Juventus, I don't think it's really a series you want to see what you want to watch. So we'll probably stick with this one and see where we go from there. And then if we do fail in this save, we've got the Juventus to go back up to the backup option or something else, maybe if I can think of an idea. So don't forget, guys, hit the like button down below, subscribe if you're new as well. Don't forget to check out the Let's Play channel down below as well. And I'll catch you guys all in the next episode. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Well, as you can see, this happened. Now I'll obviously go through what happened and what I tried to do to change this situation. But yeah, the end result is pretty apparent, unfortunately. Yeah, didn't even get a meeting to try and say. I did get a meeting before this around. I'll explain what happened. So there's an episode missing for a simple reason. This game here, 5-4, was live commed, but where I record my videos, there's 2 different profiles. And unfortunately, the profile was set to webcam, not game footage, for the game footage section. It's how I get the webcam to go full screen at the end, because I record it separately. So I did that game there, and these 2 games here, the Reading and Hull City games, were live commed, and we did alright in them. But the man set off in the Reading game, which was disappointing. We managed to get a draw, but then this game was insane. Amazing how we went from that game. And I did change the tactic. Now, I don't think... Is it going to show it on here? Yeah, I went to a 4-3-3 like this, and I had a 4-2-3-1 set up as a backup option. And we were getting success with this. Now, you may not see it in the results here, but Ipswich Town was a game we just got absolutely demolished in. But Bournemouth, we were okay. Until later on when I tried to open up a little bit more to try and see if I can nick it. And then I got conceded 1 goal, then we collapsed. The Sheffield United game, we held them until right near the end. And then we had a bit of quality right at the end with a nice passing move to get the equaliser. And I thought we were on something. I thought, okay, I've seen 2 games that I lost 3-1 to Bournemouth. I've seen signs in that Bournemouth game up until the end where I tried to nick it at the end where we were onto something. And then Sheffield United got a good draw there, but then Millwall happened, and we were in the match, but the quality just didn't go. The big moments didn't go our way, and so I think we're on something with this tactic. But I mentioned in the episode which unfortunately I can't air because obviously the footage is not there, that I felt were too far down the negative side of things with the board. Because the problem we had all the way through the season was we had that performance of last season going over our heads, and I don't know how we went from this kind of form here to this. It really just boggled the mind. But I tried. Failed, obviously. But I think it'd be a bit of a weird one if every save I ever did was like instant success all the way through. Granted, my Juventus ones and Juventus and Tottenham ones have been quite successful in the first seasons. Like very successful in the first seasons. But that's because I'm more familiar with those kind of saves and better with those kind of saves. So obviously it's easier, and when you have more money and more options, it's easier to adjust things. But yeah, I mean, that's in the series, and it's kind of worked out really well because it means the glitch in the recordings, because I don't like recording episode where I know there's going to be a second coming up, because it means that people get invested in ideas and might want to change, and then it ends up not working out. But yeah, I mean, we tried. I think a lot of these games here, this period here, we were dead unlucky in them. But we're unlucky in those games there. We really, really were. Just narrow margins. Another day they're going back in the net. We were in the post, was going wide. And it's just, obviously, it's not the only reason, obviously, but it was a factor, I think, in the season. If a couple of those, if that Birmingham game was a win, and that Wigan game, and those two games there, I really feel we should have won both of them. Preston, we just didn't take our chances. If those had been wins, which I think they could have been potentially, then it's a different story. We literally were like, we beat Hull City and the ball were okay with me. It's the second we lost the game, the pressure was on, and then we lost again, and then it was just like you're trying to fight the tie back with a broom. And it was just really difficult to see how I could change this. I had an idea. I thought it would work. I think if I had the idea early in the season, but it is what it is. Now, what do we do going forward? Well, the plan is to do another save in England. Now, who that would be, I have no clue. The problem is, I don't want to do a too big a team because I want to try and do something where I can build something long term. The problem is, those small team saves that we've seen here, I really struggle with. So I don't have a name in my head right now as who I want to be. So let's have a look at last season's championship in regards to teams we could possibly be. Obviously not going to do Sunderland again because obviously we've done a series with them. But I'm somebody like a Watford or Hull City, someone like that could be someone we could do. If we go to Premier League, let's have a look. Premier League, and go to last season. A Wolves, a West Ham, something like that maybe. Brighton. I've got a Brighton. I plan to do a Brighton save. Or we do Man United. But I don't want to do that. So I don't really know who I want to be next. I know what I want to do. I want to get a series on YouTube where I can have a long-term building of a team and do something quite unique, as opposed to going into Newcastle or Tottenham or Arsenal and Chelsea and just like really doing well very quickly. I want a long-term save. I just can't find a team that I'm good enough to manage, but also as a challenge. It's a really difficult one. But I would love to do like a lead save again to try and fix those problems that I did. I don't want to do an updated database save, honestly. But I'm leaning towards, if we go back to Championship, I want to go back here. Where am I here? I'm trying to find the easiest way to get to the Championship. One thing I'd like to do would be a Watford save, because Watford is a team that is linked to Elton, so there's a link there. and I could do some kind of cool intro with Elton in the background, potentially. But again, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I don't even know what their finances look like. But that's an idea that I've had. Now, I know he's on the board here, but obviously he's not here at the moment. He is technically part of the executive, kind of thing. People would say, say with Watford in this series. I don't want to do that. I'm not a journeyman kind of manager. I don't like journeyman saves. I'm more of a one club man, build a club up. I'm not a jumping around kind of manager. I just don't like those kind of saves. If I'm going to do a save, it's going to be one team, one focus, and go from there. And Watford would be a cool one to do because, I could do an Elton theme, Yellow Brick Road theme for the intro and that kind of thing. But I don't know. I'm not going to announce the new series yet. But another team that could be cool could be Middlesbrough. I've even got an intro for that one in my head. It's Elton theme as well. Because the name is Riverside Stadium. There's the Elton John song called, well, not called, but there's a link to that. So I've got ideas. Hull City, because I have a lot of connections to Hull, because literally I spend a lot of time on the East Coast and be there a lot, so I have that link to the East Coast, and that'd be kind of cool. I did a save with them years ago when I got them into the Premiership, I think, but I think I got a takeover, which helped. I seem to remember, but yeah, that could be a cool idea. Again, we may struggle with that, but I'll investigate it, have a look, and then give you a thoughts down below in the comment section as well. I don't know when it's going to start. I don't know what's happening with Juventus. That save will probably continue because I do want to just keep that save going the rest of the year. But what I may do is record that series a bit. I really don't know right now. But yeah, it's over. But I'm trying, and I'd rather be trying and failing than just picking safe saves all the time. I do plan on having 2 saves on FM going at all times. One will be the bigger team that I want to be, and just so I can do a big team save where I can do like my Tottenhams or PSGs and Real Madrid or Barcelona, whoever I want to be, and that's like, yeah, this is my save, this is my selfish save I want to do, but then also try these small team saves, and try and get better at the game. But we'll see. Plenty of ideas. I think. When did they finish last year? Anyway, Hull City in the previous season. Oh, they were quite high in the table. So Hull City must have a decent squad then. But we'll see. So that's the end of the series, but it's not the end of the small team save. I'm leaning towards Hull because of the connection, to me personally, but we shall see. If you have enjoyed this series, thank you. I'll be back with a new one as soon as I get an idea who I want to be. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Check out the Let's Play channel down below for the Elden Ring Let's Play, and I'll catch you guys all in the next episode. Bye bye.